are the NBA regular season standings updates, game result, and the game schedule for tomorrow. For the game result, in the first game, the Houston Rockets beat the Detroit Pistons with a score of 111-104. Kevin Durant was the top scorer for the Houston Rockets with 32 points, followed by Alperen Senghor 19 points. Reed Sheppard had 18 points and Amen Thompson added 15 points and 9 rebounds. Jalen Duren was the top scorer for the Detroit Pistons with 18 points, followed by Isaiah Stewart scored 16 points. In the second game, the Cleveland Cavaliers got their second straight win after defeating the Sacramento Kings with a score of 123-118. Donovan Mitchell was the top scorer for the Cleveland Cavaliers with 33 points, followed by Evan Mobley made a double-double performance of 29 points and 13 rebounds. Jalen Tyson scored 17 points and Jared Allen added 15 points and 9 rebounds. Deontis Sabonis was the top scorer for the Sacramento Kings with a double-double performance of 24 points and 16 rebounds, followed by Dennis Schroeder scored 21 points. The Atlanta Hawks got their second straight win after defeating the Phoenix Suns with a score of 110-103. Ono Kongu was the top scorer for the Atlanta Hawks with 25 points, followed by Jalen Johnson made a double-double performance of 23 points and 18 rebounds with 9 assists. C.J. McCollum scored 21 points and Nickel Alexander-Walker added 13 points. Devin Booker was the top scorer for the Phoenix Suns with 31 points, followed by Colin Gillespie, scored 16 points. The Boston Celtics got their second straight win after defeating the Brooklyn Nets in second overtime with a score of 130-126. Peyton Pritchard was the top scorer for the Boston Celtics with 32 points, followed by Jaylen Brown made a triple-double performance of 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. Sam Hoa scored 19 points and Luka Garza added 12 points. Michael Porter was the top scorer for the Brooklyn Nets with 30 points, followed by Nolan Trace scored 21 points. The Indiana Pacers snapped their three-game losing streak after defeating the Oklahoma City Thunder with a score of 117-114. Andrew Neard was the top scorer for the Indiana Pacers with a double-double performance of 27 points and 11 assists, followed by Jarris Walker scored 26 points. Pascal Siakam had 21 points and Aaron Nesmith added 17 points. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the top scorer for the Oklahoma City Thunder with 47 points, followed by Cadet Homegaran made a double-double performance of 25 points and 13 rebounds. The New Orleans Pelicans snapped their three-game losing streak after defeating the Memphis Grizzlies with a score of 133-127. Saddiq Bey was the top scorer for the New Orleans Pelicans with 36 points, followed by Trey Murphy scored 32 points. Zion Williamson made a double-double performance of 24 points and 11 rebounds. And Jeremiah Fears added 12 points. Jaren Jackson was the top scorer for the Memphis Grizzlies with a double-double performance of 26 points and 12 rebounds, followed by Jock Landale also made a double-double performance of 24 points and 11 rebounds. The Denver Nuggets got their second straight win after defeating the Milwaukee Bucks with a score of 102-100. Julian Strawther was the top scorer for the Denver Nuggets with 20 points, followed by Tim Hardaway scored 17 points. Bruce Brown had 15 points and Aaron Gordon added 13 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo was the top scorer for the Milwaukee Bucks with a double-double performance of 22 points and 13 rebounds, followed by Ryan Rollins scored 21 points. In the last game, the Toronto Raptors got their three-game winning streak after defeating the Portland Trail Blazers with a score of 110-98. Sandro Mamukelashvili was the top scorer for the Toronto Raptors with 22 points, followed by Brandon Ingram and Emmanuel quickly scored 20 points each, and Scotty Barnes added 15 points and 9 rebounds. Drew Holiday and Sheetan Sharp was the top scorer for the Portland Trail Blazers with 21 points each. And here are the NBA regular season standings updates. For the Eastern Conference standings, the number 1 in the Eastern Conference standings is Detroit Pistons with a record of 32 wins and 11 losses. The number 2 is Boston Celtics with a record of 28 wins and 16 losses. The number 3 is Toronto Raptors with a record of 28 wins and 19 losses. The number 4 is New York Knicks with a record of 26 wins and 18 losses. The number 5 is Cleveland Cavaliers with a record of 26 wins and 20 losses. The number 6 is Philadelphia 76ers with a record of 24 wins and 19 losses. The number 7 is Orlando Magic with a record of 23 wins and 20 losses. The number 8 is Miami Heat with a record of 23 wins and 22 losses. The number 9 is Chicago Bulls with a record of 22 wins and 22 losses. The number 10 is Atlanta Hawks with a record of 22 wins and 25 losses. The number 11 is Milwaukee Bucks with a record of 18 wins and 26 losses. The number 12 is Charlotte Hornets with a record of 17 wins and 28 losses. The number 13 is Brooklyn Nets with a record of 12 wins and 31 losses. The number 14 is Indiana Pacers with a record of 11 wins and 35 losses. The number 15 is Washington Wizards with a record of 10 wins and 33 losses. For the Western Conference standings updates, the number 1 in the Western Conference standings is Oklahoma City Thunder with a record of 37 wins and 9 losses. The number 2 is San Antonio Spurs with a record of 31 wins and 14 losses. The number 3 is Denver Nuggets with a record of 31 wins and 15 losses. The number 4 is Houston Rockets with a record of 27 wins and 16 losses. The number 5 is Los Angeles Lakers with a record of 26 wins and 17 losses. The number 6 is Phoenix Suns with a record of 27 wins and 18 losses. The number 7 is Minnesota Timberwolves with a record of 27 wins and 18 losses. The number 8 is Golden State Warriors with a record of 25 wins and 21 losses. The number 9 is Portland Trail Blazers with a record of 23 wins and 23 losses. The number 10 is LA Clippers with a record of 20 wins and 24 losses. The number 11 is Dallas Mavericks with a record of 19 wins and 26 losses. The number 12 is Memphis Grizzlies with a record of 18 wins and 25 losses. The number 13 is Utah Jazz with a record of 15 wins and 30 losses. The number 14 is Sacramento Kings with a record of 12 wins and 34 losses. The number 15 is New Orleans Pelicans with a record of 11 wins and 36 losses. And here are the games scheduled for tomorrow, January 25th, Sunday morning. In the first game at 1 a.m., Charlotte Hornets vs. Washington Wizards. In the second game at 4 a.m., Philadelphia 76ers vs. New York Knicks. In the third game at 6:30 a.m., Minnesota Timberwolves vs. Golden State Warriors. At 8 a.m., Orlando Magic vs. Cleveland Cavaliers. At 9 a.m., Chicago Bulls vs. Boston Celtics. At 9:30 a.m., Dallas Mavericks vs. Los Angeles Lakers. At 10:30 a.m.,